Hello everyone, this is Binsu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to understand how to attempt the CSWA assembly questions. I will be taking two examples. In these two examples, we will be eventually understanding how to assemble the components. Okay. So let us begin with the first drawing. So the first assembly is this. Okay. So eventually in the question they have given us to assemble a bracket. This is the bracket and this thing is the pin. All the conditions relevant to material, everything is given here. Okay. For bracket, the bracket is having a thickness of 2 mm and then the material properties are given. All the dimensions of the bracket you can see in this diagram. Now you can eventually make it using the part modeling feature, or you can make it using sheet metal. I am going to make you aware like how to create this bracket using sheet metal because it's very easy in sheet metal. So let us begin. So I'll go to File, New, click on Part, click on OK. So first let us assign the material properties. What is the material given to us? Material is 6061 alloy. Okay, so eventually we can find that in aluminum alloys. Here you will find 6061. Click on Apply and close. Yeah, and so if you see here, there is one toolbar which I have already got. Okay, I will explain you like how to get this toolbar later on. So first let us create the component. Now I will be creating in sheet metal. Now if you see here, my third tab is the sheet metal tab. Now if it is not present in your SolidWorks window, you have to just right click on any of the tab and once you right click on any of the tab, then you have to click on tabs and here you have to activate sheet metal. Now if I click here, it will turn off the sheet metal feature. So again go to right click, tabs, click on sheet metal. Okay. So now in sheet metal, what I will be doing is I will go to top plane, sketch. So I'm going to create this thing. It's eventually a rectangle. This is 30. Now how will you get this side? Now for that you come to this view. Now here you can see they have given us that this distance from this point to this point, this is given as 20. Okay. So I will go for a centered rectangle. So this one is 30 and this dimension is 20. Okay. Now exit. The thickness of this thing is 2 mm. Now once you have made this sketch, you go to sheet metal. Here we have something called a base flange. So I will select on it. Now here the thickness is 2 mm. Okay. And so you can see eventually where it is basically extruding. Now this was our sketch. It has added the thickness below the sketch. Okay. So I will just reverse this direction. Just make this thickness to be added above the sketch. Click on OK. Okay. So now we have created this. Now we need to create this bend. You see here there is a bend. Now they have given us the outer radius, that is given as 3. So eventually if the thickness is 2, the inner radius will be 1. Okay. This height, now this height will be almost same as this height, because if you see here and equal size through holes, so eventually this is 30 and this is also the same. Okay. So now what I will do, I'll go to edge flange, click on this edge. Okay, and let me make it in the side view so that you see the things clearly. Now here under the default radius, just uncheck the default radius and here I will write the radius as 1. Okay, and this In flange lens, make sure you are activating the first option, that is outer visual sharp, and this you have to make it as 30. And flange position, we have to select material inside, and it's not going outside this material. Okay, so now I'll click on OK. So we have eventually made this. You can measure this thing. So I'll go to now we can bring that tool. How to bring that tool? So right click here, go to toolbars, tools. So now it's up to you, like where you need to place these tools. You can place it at the bottom here. Okay, or else you can drag and place it here. Okay, so now we will measure this. I'll go to measure, select this face, rotate this and select this, and you can see here the normal distance, that is 30. Okay, so now this is done. Now what else do we have? So we have here, there are some fillets of radius 1 at 4 edges. So I will go to corners, break corner trim, select the fillet option here and give the radius as 1. Once you have done that, select these 4 edges, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Click on OK. So now we have some hole here. Okay, so what I will do, I will select this face, click on sketch and create a hole. So they have given us the dimension of the hole. It's basically having a diameter of 10. The center point position is also given. So from here is 10 by 10. Okay, so this one is 10. And now I will position its center. So from here to here, this is 10. And then from here to here, this is 10. Okay, so we have made that hole. Now exit here. Now in the sheet metal tab itself, you have an extrude cut option. Click on that and make sure you are clicking here link to thickness. So irrespective of whatever the thickness you are going to provide to your sheet over here, it will be automatically adjusting the thickness. That is the cut, extrude cut. So in case in future if you change this thickness from 2 to 3, this you need not vary the extrude cut depth. If you activate link to thickness, whatever will be the thickness of the sheet metal, it will automatically adjust to that thickness. Okay, same way we have here, we also have here a cut. So I will select this face. So we have to make here also a hole, and eventually that is also 10 by 10. Okay, so go to circle, smart dimensions, select this. This is 10, and from here to here, this distance is 10. Then we have from the top, this is also 10. Click on OK. Now this is done. Now if you see here, you have a cut here, and this distance from this point till this, that is given as 20. Okay, so let us create that cut. So I will go for a corner rectangle, create a rectangle here. So from here to here, this is given as 20. And then this is 4 and 5. So from here to here, this is 4. And this one is given as 5. Okay, so now it looks perfect. All the dimensions are given. Now we will just go for exit the sketch, and we will do the same operation. That is, in sheet metal itself, we'll go to extrude cut, and I will say here link to thickness. Click on OK. Okay, so we have eventually finished with this. If you are still not sure whether this is of radius 1, you can check it. Go to measure, select this, shows a radius of 1. Okay, and you need to see the outer part, this surface, measure, select this is radius 3. Okay, so now we have made the bracket. Let us save it. So I'm going to save it in a desktop. Go to file, save as, desktop. I already created a folder by the name CSWA within assembly problem 1. This I will write as the bracket. Okay, now I will close this. Now we eventually need to create the pin. Pin is 5 mm length. Its material is titanium. Okay, and diameter is eventually 10. So let's select this, click on OK. First let us assign the material, right click on material, edit material, and here in other metals you will find titanium. Okay, just apply this, click on close, and now what we need a pin. So eventually I will select the top plane. Now I'll just go to sketch, create a circle of diameter 10. Okay, we have made that circle of diameter 10, and then we just need to extrude it. So I'll extrude it for a depth of 5. Click on OK. And now I will save this, save it in the same folder. So go to file, save as, this is the pin. Okay, now click on close, and I'll go to file, new, assembly. Now we have to assemble. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to call the bracket first. So let me place it here. So whichever is the first entity you are going to call, SolidWorks will automatically fully define it. Okay, so now if I try to move this entity, it will not move. You will get an option saying that the selected component is fixed. So that's okay. Now we need to insert the pins. Now if you look here, we have a pin here, and this view eventually shows you how the pin is mated. Eventually the front face of the pin is coinciding with this face. Okay, so I will go to insert components. I'll call the pin open. First randomly drop it here. Now then what I'm going to do, I need to make it concentric first. That means this circular face and this circular face, they have to be concentric. So I'll select this face, press Ctrl, select this face, and click on concentric. Okay, and then in this face, press Ctrl, and this, both of this will be coincident. Okay, so we have done this. Now we have another bracket. So I can call a copy of bracket directly here itself. So it's quite simple. There is a shortcut for that. So what I'm going to do is I will click here, Control key in the keyboard, select the bracket, left click my mouse button, and then drag it. Okay, so that's how you get a copy. So first let us orient it with this orientation that is given to us right now. So to orient it, I will click on the drop down arrow aside move component, click on rotate, and I will just orient it the way it has been given to us. Yes, so this is how it is. So eventually this face and this face, select both the face using the Control key, go for concentricity, and then this face and this face, they are coincident. Okay, so now if I rotate this eventually resembles the diagram. We have to take care of this angle. So for angle, I will go to mates, select the front face here, press Ctrl and select this face, and I will select this icon, angle, define the angle as 45. Click on OK. Okay, so that is done. Now we have the pin. So just press Ctrl, bring the cursor to the pin, select it, and then drag your mouse. Okay, so here again select both these phases, go for concentric, and what I will do is rotate it, select this face and this face coincident. To rotate your geometry, how you can rotate in 3D, you have to just press your scroll and drag your mouse. Okay, again I will create a copy of this. So now let us orient this first in the way as it is shown. So I will go to rotate component. Eventually it is like this, right? Let us see. It's almost like this. So now select this face, press Ctrl and select this. It's concentric. Okay. Then this face and this face, they are coincident. And then what I am going to do, we have an angle of 45 degrees. I can rotate it. Okay. So this angle is given as 45. So I will go to mates. Select this face, press Ctrl and select this. I will go for angle and this angle is 45. It shows a different orientation. Don't worry about that. Come down. Here we have the different types of orientation that you can use. So click on this. Yeah, is this the angle we need? No, this is not the angle. I click on flip. Yes, this is the orientation that we need, right? This is 45. This is 45. Now click on OK. So now eventually we have assembled it as per the conditions that were given to us. So first thing, let us save it. File save as, save it in the same folder where you have made the parts. I am naming it as question 1. I have saved it. Now what do we have? If you look here, do you have a coordinate system? Based on this coordinate system, you need the center of the mass. Okay. So how to do that? So we eventually have got a fillet here. Okay. So now we have to see how to get a point here. I will go to reference geometry, point, and in point I will click on intersection. Intersection, see what I am going to do. I will select this line and then this line. So intersection of these two lines gives me the point. Click on OK. And now I'll go to reference geometry, coordinate system. First thing is to select this point. Okay, just a minute. I have to make it visible. So in views, view the points. Okay. So now here, go to coordinate system. In selection, this is the point. Click it here. Now you have to be very clear with this coordinate system. Now say this is positive x, this is positive y and positive z. And what they have given is this is negative x, that means positive x is towards this side, that is this, and in our current coordinate system it's right. Positive y is in the upward direction, that is green is in the upward direction, and z is, this is negative z, so positive z will come towards this. So we have positive z towards this. So I don't have to do anything, I will just click on OK here. Okay. I will save it, Ctrl S. And I will click on the mass properties. Now this mass property gives you with respect to the default coordinate system that you have. Now we have to change it to coordinate system 1. Okay, so this is the mass that we are getting. X is 40.24. So let's check whether we have any option like this. Is 40.24, y is 24.33, and z is 20.75. Okay, So we have got the correct answer. I will just save it. I hope so you have understood this video. Now here eventually we have created the parts and then assembled. So there is a chance that you may get such a question in your CSWA. The latest exam, they give you all the parts, you have to just assemble them. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. If you do like the video, please subscribe it. Thank you.